The countdown for saying goodbye to the Pearson family for good has begun, and I have to tell you, I'm not ready. Are you? Today we'll check out everything that you need to know about the final season of This Is Us while you prepare to say goodbye to the Pearsons. The first thing would be grab the tissues. We will see everything we know about the show and the goodbye season. First, we have the build-up. The show has already started airing, and we are sure that they still have plenty of shocks, twists, and heartbreak in store for us. If you've found yourself dabbing your eyes already, as I have, then you have to be warned. It sounds like it is only going to get worse. Different members of the cast, and also the show's creator and showrunner Dan Fogelman, promised that the first few episodes are nothing compared to where they're planning on going with the rest of the season. He compared it to a roller coaster where you are just ticking upwards. The first episode especially, but the first few in general, won't have too many crazy things going on. But before we know it, we will be at the top of the roller coaster, and then we're going to just have to hold on for the ride. He said that they are setting the table for the ending, so it all takes time to build up to that. I kind of think they have been building it up for a few seasons. Ever since we have been getting scenes from the future. It was like they built up to the episode of Jack's death, and there was no way we were ready for that. I think this time around might just be even worse. In the best possible way, of course. Next, the regulars returning. The show wouldn't be the same without all of the Pearsons and their families. Jack Pearson might be dead, but he is very much still part of the fiber of the show, so it makes sense that Milo Ventimiglia will be back. Everything is centered around Rebecca and her illness right now, and we can't wait to see what Mandy Moore does this year. Her husband Miguel, played by Jon Huertas, as always will be by her side too. Obviously, the big three are back, with Chrissy Metz, Justin Hartley, and Sterling K. Brown coming back as Kate, Kevin, and Randall. Randall would be a wreck without Beth to stand by him, and that is why we are glad Susan Kelechi Watson is back too. Their daughters are back too, and we will also see more from Deja and Malik's relationship. Toby and Madison might not entirely be part of the family anymore, but we still love them. So Chris Sullivan and Caitlin Thompson will also be reprising their roles. And then there is Chris Geere as Philip. I'm not entirely sure I'm happy to see the character back, but I'm hoping this season will make me change my mind about him. That way, I might just stop shouting "why" each time that I see Kate on screen. Uncle Nicky will be back, and Griffin Dune will reprise that role. Some of our favorites returning. It has also been confirmed that Jennifer Morrison will be back as Cassidy, but they've not revealed if she will become a love interest for Kevin or is just there to help Uncle Nicky. The teaser has also shown a small glimpse of Toby and Kate's son Jack as an adult, so that will probably mean that we will get to see a bit more of the far future. Alexandra Breckenridge, who plays Sophie, has also teased that she would always be up for coming back and reprising her role of Kevin's first wife and the girl he's loved since he was a child. The problem has always been that her own show, Virgin River, shoots at the exact same time as This Is Us, so she couldn't really get away. But since we know that filming is delayed on Virgin River, this might be the opportune time to get back on set. I just really hope she doesn't get back with Kevin. I think they had their moment, and there are enough reasons why they've never been able to make it work. Why would this time be any different? But besides all of them, you never know which character will make an appearance next. Next, the cast is getting involved behind the scenes. The cast is packed full of incredibly talented people, and it is no wonder that they aren't just happy with just showing up and doing their acting job. No, they want to get involved behind the scenes too. Some of them have written and directed episodes for this season. Milo Ventimiglia has done some directing for the show in the past, and he will once again take up that role this season. Mandy Moore will take her first shot in the This Is Us director's chair, heading a Kate-centric episode. It is really lucky that they aren't really mother and daughter, because that could have been a bit of a nightmare. Sullivan and Huertas also directed episodes this season. Another special fact is that the Kate-centric episode that Moore is directing was actually co-written by Chrissy Metz too, and Watson also got to co-write a very special episode for her character Beth. It sounds like they all want to make sure they leave their own personal stamp on this final season of the show. Have you started watching This Is Us Season 6 yet? Without giving away any spoilers, let us know what you think so far. We love to hear from you. Next up, we'll check out the number of episodes in in Season 6, special episodes that we expect, and a lot more. How many episodes will this season have? It is a bit of a double-edged sword. I really want to see the last episodes in this series to know how things end and where everyone will end up. But at the same time, then it will be over. And I love this show so much that I really don't want it to end. But sadly, it is going to. And that will be after the final 18 episodes that we get for Season 6. Normally, they release This Is Us in the fall. But this season, it started on the 4th of January 2022. This is because the network was thinking about the fans when scheduling the series. Francis Berwick, who is a chairman for NBC, has shared that they wanted to honor the fans. They knew that saying goodbye to the Pearsons was going to be really tough, so they didn't want to stretch it out even more with a mid-season break or anything like that. By airing it mid-season, they're able to give us all 18 episodes without interruptions. That also means that we know that the finale episode of This Is Us will air on the 24th of May. Up next, character-centric episodes. With such a big ensemble cast, it is always nice to take the time and focus on one of our favorite characters. They promised that there will be another trilogy episode that focuses on the big three, and we get to see more about Beth too. But there is one that I just know is going to rip our hearts out. It will be focused on Jack and be centered on his mother's death. Ventimiglia has said that it is a beautiful episode, but one that was really painful to shoot. Jack was always the guy trying to be strong for everyone. He had a complicated relationship with his father, but losing his mother is going to be hard to watch. I don't know if they will connect this with what his 3 adult children will be going through in the show with their own mother getting sicker, but I just think it's going to be really difficult to watch. But with the same beauty that they have handled all of the other difficult subjects they've touched. How will it end? Obviously, we don't know exactly how they are ending the show yet, but I don't think any of us would want to know. Not yet. But the cast, who do know how it is going to end, have shared some quotes about how they think the finale episode will be received. They've called it sad, beautiful, hopeful, and exciting. So pretty much everything that we would expect of an episode of This Is Us. Ventimiglia has said that it would be an ending that will truly deliver. But one thing that we do know, thanks to Dan Fogelman, is that they won't leave us with any major unanswered questions or cliffhangers. It will wrap up all of the biggest mysteries that have been following us around since the show started. He did say that everyone might not be completely happy with where every character ends up, but we would at least know what happened to them. He said that he hopes it will set them up for a very beautiful and simple ending to the entire venture. They wanted to end the show in a beautiful way while fans were still hooked and the show was still on top, and I think they are going to achieve that. The ending is getting closer, and we need to prepare ourselves. Are you ready for the show to end? What mysteries do you hope they solve in Season 6? Let us know. Thanks for watching.